Hello class, welcome back to Kim's class. Today's lesson is a second lesson in our series that talks about family. Let's go ahead and look at the objectives for today's lesson. The first objective says, I can use the present continuous. We'll talk more about that later. The second objective says, I can ask and answer WH questions about current activities. The third objective says, I understand and can use common contractions. And then the last objective says, I know 10 common verbs to describe actions. Sounds like a lot to learn, but I know we've got this. Let's first talk about the grammar structure present continuous. In a moment, you will see a grammar chart that will explain that. But first I want to explain what present continuous is. The present continuous tense talks about actions that are happening right now. For example, right now I am teaching. Teaching is a verb in present continuous because it talks about what is happening right now. To make a verb into the present continuous, you add 3 letters to the end of the verb. Teach, ing, I-N-G. We add ing to the end of the base verb to make the verb present continuous. Let's go ahead and look at the grammar structure, and I think you'll understand even more. So here's our grammar focus for today. It's the present continuous WH questions. Remember, like I said, the present continuous is the verb in the be form plus the 3 letters ing. For example, the verb work becomes working. I am working. The word read in present continuous is reading. I am reading. And the word sleep becomes sleeping. I am sleeping. All of these are talking about an activity or something that we're doing right now. Before we go into the chart, I also want to talk to you about contractions. Contractions are when you take 2 small words and make them into one word by using an apostrophe. For example, what is becomes what's. I am becomes I'm. He is becomes he's. And she is becomes she's. The last one says they are, and the contraction is there. Now let's go ahead and look at how you can ask and answer questions in the present continuous. The first question says, what are you doing? Do you notice that the word doing ends in ing? Well, that's because the word doing is in present continuous. When you hear the word doing in a question, you know the person is asking about something that is happening right now. What are you doing? I am working. Or I'm working. What is he doing? He is working. He's working. What is she doing? She is working. Or she's working. What are they doing? They are working. Or they're working. Another important thing for you to pay attention to is the verb are and is. We use the word are for you and they. What are you? What are they? We use the word is for he and she. What is he? What is she? The same goes for the answers. You see the verbs am, is, and are. I am. He is. She is. And they are. I know that sounds like a lot of information, but I think when we practice in this next activity, it will make more sense to you. In a moment, you're going to see 8 questions. They're asking about what someone is doing in the picture. Remember to complete the sentence using the correct verb, am, is, or are, and the correct verb. When you look at the pictures, I think you'll understand what verb you need to put in each sentence. Let's go ahead and try this activity now. On your screen, you see 8 sentences and 8 pictures. I'd like you to complete these conversations. Use the correct pronoun and the contraction and the correct verb tense, which would be present continuous ing. I'd like you to pause the video, do the 8 sentences, and when you're finished, you can hit play and I will give you the correct answers. Go ahead and pause your video now. All right, class, let's see how we did. Number 1 says, what's he doing? You should have said, he's sleeping. Number 2, what's she doing? She's reading. Number 3, what are they doing? They're watching TV. Number 4, what's she doing? She's talking. Number 5, what's he doing? He's studying. Number 6, what are they doing? They're eating. Number 7, what's he doing? He's drinking. Number 8, what's she doing? She's driving. So, did that make more sense? I hope that it did. Let's go ahead and look at the objectives and see how we did. The first objective says, I can use the present continuous. I think we did that, didn't we? The next objective says, I can ask and answer questions about current activities. Objective 3 says, I understand and use common contractions. I'm, he's, she's. We practice that too. And the last objective says, I know 10 common verbs to describe actions. Those were the pictures that we saw. Now remember, you can always go and watch the video again and even practice more if you'd like. So that concludes today's lesson. But before you go, I'd like you to do 4 things for me. Is that all right? The first thing I'd like you to do is press the like button on this video. The second thing I would like you to do is share it. If you have friends or family that would like these videos, you can share it with them. The next thing I'd like you to do is to write a comment in the comment section below. And one more thing. If you are enjoying these videos, please hit subscribe. Then every time I post a new video, you will know. So guys, that's it for today. Thank you for joining me in Kim's class. And thank you for letting me come on this journey with you to learn English. Goodbye for now. I'll see you soon.